And the whole multitude of them arose, and they led him unto Pilate. And they began to accuse him, saying, We found this fellow perverting the nation and forbidding to give tribute to Caesar, and saying that he himself is Christ, or the Messiah, a king. Now notice, their accusation against him was blasphemy. You're saying you're the Son of God. When they brought him to Pilate to accuse him before Pilate, they didn't make that charge at all before Pilate. Why? Because they knew that Pilate would throw it out. You say, it's just your own problem. If your religious superstitions, don't come to the Roman court with that. So when they came to the Roman court, they came with a whole different set of charges. The charges against before the Roman court was that of perverting the nation. Seditious. He is a man who said you shouldn't pay taxes to Caesar. That's not true. He said, give to Caesar that which is Caesar's. And then they also accused him of declaring himself to be the king. And Pilate asked him, saying, Are you the king of the Jews? And he answered and said, You said it. Thou sayest it. Equivalent today of saying, Hey, you said it. And then said Pilate to the chief priests and to the people, I find no fault in this man. And they were the more fierce, saying, He stirs up the people, teaching throughout all of Jewry, beginning from Galilee to this place. Now, Galilee was the place where all of the rebellions against Rome started. So by placing him in Galilee, they were seeking to place him at the heart of rebellion against Rome. This man is stirring up people everywhere, up there in Galilee, and it was one of those buzzwords by which they intended to get Pilate excited. But when Pilate heard Galilee, he asked whether the man was a Galilean. And as soon as he knew that he was a Galilean, he belonged to Herod's jurisdiction, he sent him to Herod, who himself also was at Jerusalem at this time. This is Herod Antipas. And when Herod saw Jesus, he was exceeding glad, for he was desiring to see him for a long time, because he had heard so many things about him, and he had hoped that he might see some kind of a miracle done by him. Then when he questioned him in many words, but Jesus answered him nothing. This is the Herod, of course, who had beheaded the cousin of Jesus, John the Baptist. And Jesus had nothing to say to him at all. And so then Herod, with his men of war, set him at naught and mocked him and arrayed him in a gorgeous robe and sent him again to Pilate. And the same day, Pilate and Herod were made friends together because there had been enmity between them for quite some time. And Pilate, when he had called together the chief priests and the rulers of the people, he said unto them, You have brought this man unto me as one that is perverting the people, and behold, I have examined him before you, and I find no fault in this man touching those things whereof you accuse him.